Episode 35 of Trying British Foods. I live in Manhattan and I have discovered a shop that sells British food items that are not otherwise available in American stores. So I am working my way through recommendations that you all send to me. First up today, I have something that has been requested for a long time from a Tunnocks product. So now, I think you call these Tunnocks snowballs, if I'm right, but I'm a little confused about that because I am not seeing the word snowballs anywhere on this packaging. So these just identify as coconut-covered marshmallows. And so I guess that's the same thing. I don't know if the name has changed or maybe someone can explain to me what exactly is going on there. There are some faces that have been added to these, which it's a bit creepy. I'm not sure how I feel about that. But Tunnocks has never let me down before, so I'm very excited to try these. There's even a recommendation here to try with ice cream, which maybe I'll do that a bit later. Then I have from Sheffield these Maxon's Yorkshire mixture. So these are fruit-flavored boiled sweets. Max's has been making its fine confectionery since the 1880s, always in Sheffield. With a family of brands whose history dates back to the late 19th century, Maxon's prides itself on using the finest products and techniques to produce the very highest quality of confectionery. Very industrial, burly-looking gentleman with his mouth wide open. I will give them points for marketing, though, because this is exactly who I imagine eats these. This packaging is just heavy and really sturdy, and I mean, you can feel these are really, really heavy, and they're like huge. I mean, and they're like rock hard, too, so I'm sure I'll love them. And then lastly, I have something I'm very excited about. If some of you know, I made a video listing the top 10 things that I really wanted to get but just couldn't seem to find anywhere. I finally have the #1 item on that list, which were the Parma violets. So these are giant Parma violets. Maybe there are smaller ones that are available, but these are the only ones that they had. So these are delicately perfumed violet sweets. The reason I'm so obsessed with these, a few reasons. One is we have no equivalent of this in the US, at least that I'm aware of, that's commonly available. So this will be a new experience for me. But more than that, I think what I love about these is there's something about these that is just so unbelievably prissy and fey. Like, I really want to know who the market share for the Parma violets, like who is buying the Parma violets, who's eating these, like demographically. I would imagine in my head that it is women on the extreme ends of the age spectrum and cigarettes of all ages. That's just my guess. I could be very wrong about that. Actually, now that I think about it, that's really my core audience. So this is perfect. I'm incredibly excited to try the Parma violets. The Tunnocks snowballs, question mark. So here's one of them. Okay. These are great. So I will say, full disclaimer, I don't particularly like coconut. I will say in this format, I do think it works because these are incredibly, incredibly sweet with the marshmallow on the inside, that I do think even if you're not a big fan of coconut, the coconut here is really more about texture than it is necessarily of having like a coconut cream something. So I really like these, even though I don't typically like coconut. This is the format I would like my coconut in. They're a bit messy to eat, but these are really sweet, really good. The massive rock-hard Yorkshire mixture from Maxon's of Sheffield, England. So again, no flavor guide, so you're really on your own, which maybe that's part of the fun, part of the surprise, a flavor surprise. Okay, let's just do this one. Can I do this with my mouth on TikTok? Flavor-wise, I am giving these a 10 out of 10. Very, very good. I think that one that I had, I'm not sure of the flavor because there is no flavor guide. I think it was blackcurrant just because everything's purple in the UK is blackcurrant. I think it was flavor 10 out of 10. I will say these are, as you know, I knew, just a bit bulky and difficult to eat and to suck on just because they are so large. Taste is very good. It's just, you know, it's certainly a mouthful. Good exercise, I suppose. And last but not least, the Parma violets. Okay, here we go. They look kind of like sweet tarts we would have. You guys are such drama queens sometimes. When I said I wanted to try these, I was like, oh my God, they're the worst thing ever. Get ready for them to taste like wax and soap, on and on and on. No, these are great. These have a very, very subtle flavor, very, very subtle sweetness. It's just the right amount. I love these. I love these. They actually are bordering on, I mean, they're very soothing flavor, but also bordering a little bit on medicinal in a way that I actually really like. A nice come down after those massive things from Sheffield. So I'll keep that in mind next time I'm in town. In Sheffield, I mean. Thank you very much for the recommendations, and I'll see you next time.